Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a beach house in Minecraft. This is yet another episode of my tutorial series where I'm building a house for all of the main biomes in the game. Make sure you subscribe to catch any of the new builds that we do, and you can also check out the playlist that will be linked in the description down below to find all of the other biome houses that have already been built. Unlike a lot of the other biome houses, this beach house is made up of a lot of blocks found in different biomes. Usually I try and keep all of the resources within the biome that the house is made for, or at least nearby. The beach, however, is lacking supplies, it's mostly just sand, and I didn't want to make something that's basically just a desert house. So a lot of these blocks are found in other biomes, but they all come together to create a pretty cool beach house. And you can find all of the materials that we're going to be using today in the description down below. The first thing we're going to do is figure out the placement of the staircase that leads up to the house. And we're not going to build the whole thing just yet, we're simply just going to mark it by placing down 3 spruce stairs, 1 in the center and just 2 either side so that they're curving round slightly. We'll leave it there for now and we'll come back to it in a little bit. But now we can just go across and forwards by 1 to the right, so essentially just place a sandstone wall just there. Then we're going to leave 4 blocks and place another one, another 4 blocks and place 1 more. Then we can come round to this side and skip 3 blocks and place 1, and then another 3 blocks and place another. Then we can skip another 4 and another 4 again, and then come round to this side and leave 3 blocks. So essentially you have this rectangle shape made out of sandstone walls. We can then come to this back left sandstone wall and we're going to leave another gap of 3, and then we're going to come to this side and leave another gap of 3 and just place 2 more like that. So we have a small square just to the side of it. And very simply, on top of all of these sandstone walls, we can go ahead and place in a spruce fence, then another sandstone wall, and then another spruce fence on top of that one. So those are all of the stilts built so that when the non-existent tide comes in, you're not going to flood the place. But now what we can do is just finish our staircase leading up to the top. And all we want to do is on the back of these 3 stairs that we've already placed is have a slab in the middle and 2 trapdoors either side of it. Then we can go ahead and do the same thing with the stairs as we've got on this level. 2 on either side and 1 in the middle, and essentially we're just going to repeat that 2 more times. So 2 more trapdoors and a slab, 2 stairs facing each other with 1 in the center, and then 1 more time to get up to the same level as the house. So 2 stairs with that 1 in the center just to curve it round. Now we need to come to 4 of the corner stilts, so these 2 at the front, this one at the back, and this other one at the back. Don't worry too much about this one beside the staircase, it is a corner but it's slightly different, so we'll just come back to it later. But now what we can do is just come to this one, for example, to begin with, and on the outside of the build here, so at the top where we have this spruce fence, we're just going to have 2 spruce trapdoors like that. So over here, it would be the same on the outside of the block, same again round the back, and also for this final one over here, just across from the staircase. As I said, don't worry too much about this one for now, it's slightly different. But then we can come to the inside of the build, and where we've placed the trapdoors, kind of in reverse, we just want to have 2 upside down stairs. So it looks like this from the inside of the build when you're looking up from it. So make sure you don't have anything like this. We want to pretty much totally, other than underneath, cover up that spruce fence. Same again over here. And lastly, same again over here. So when we're all done, it should look like this for the moment. As for the other 4 stilts, this one, this one, this one, and this one, never mind the 2 touching the staircase for right now, what we're going to do is on the inside of the build, place a stair facing inwards. So it should look like this, essentially just going in towards the center. And then from the 2 sides, we're going to have 2 stairs facing outwards. So like this. And then from the front, we'll have a spruce trapdoor covering it up. So same again on this side, spruce trapdoor at the front. And then the 2 stairs either side. It's the same round the back as well as the other one over. So essentially all of these have 3 stairs and just a single trapdoor to cover up the front spruce fence. As for the 2 remaining stilts touching the staircase, we're just going to come to this left-hand side one first, and we're going to have a spruce trapdoor here and here. Then round the back, we're going to have an upside down stair, and we're going to place 3 more on the back of our staircase like that. Then for this one, we're going to have a stair coming into the build, one going to the side and another one over here. So the best view is probably underneath. I'll just do a little sweep around and make sure you've got it the same as mine. Now with all of our stilts covered up on the sides, we can grab some spruce trapdoors and just connect them all. So we're going to start just to the right of the staircase here and have a single spruce trapdoor going from stair to stair. And that is essentially all we're doing here for the remainder of the gap. So these 2 at the front will have 2 trapdoors. These 2 on the sides will have a single one. Then we'll have 2 more again, a 1, and then another 1. And essentially that leaves us with this shape open in the middle, and all of the remainder of the blocks can be very simply spruce slabs. There's our platform and staircase. Now we just need to add in some railings to make it a little bit safer. So all we're going to do is grab some stripped oak logs, and on top of all of these spruce fences, we're just going to go ahead and place one of them down like so, as well as this one here just beside the staircase. And on top of them, we can just go ahead and slap down an oak slab. And in between all of these, super simply, we just want to place in some oak fences. So there's 4 along the longer sides and 3 along the shorter sides. Now, of course, we just want to place these on all of the gaps other than this one here at the front because, well, this is our staircase. Couldn't really do much with it if there was a fence in the way. As for the actual house, we're just going to go ahead and grab some jungle planks, and we're going to come to these 2 oak logs to begin with and come in one diagonally and place down a jungle plank. Same again over here for this one. Then we're going to do the same for this oak log and the same for this one here. So essentially we've laid out a 5x7 rectangle, and we can go ahead and just place 3 more jungle planks on top of the one we've already got placed down. Next up, just come to this front side here as we come up the staircase, and very simply we're just going to lay out where all of the windows and doorways are going to go. So again, sticking with the jungle planks, just in the center here we're going to place 3 of them like so. Then to the left of this top plank we're just going to place an upside down jungle stair, and to the right we're going to place a regular plank. 1 more at the bottom here, so we've got a window and doorway. Then we're going to have 2 more here either side of the center, and 3 along the top. So as for the entrance, we got the doorway, the window, and another window up here. Then coming round to the right hand side, so this one over here, we're going to have a line of planks all the way along the bottom, as well as along the top, and then very simply 2 more. So for this side, we just have 2 great big windows. And for this side, we're going to have an even bigger window. So 3 planks at the bottom, leave a gap of 2, and we're going to have 1 plank at the top either side with a slab in the middle, leaving us with a 2x3 window. Nice and big to see all of the sea, I suppose. Then we're going to have another plank here, and then another slab at the top. So there won't be technically a window pane inside of here, but we do have a gap for a window. And as for the final side, to begin with, we're just going to have a line of planks all the way across the top. Then from the right hand side over here, we're going to have 3 more planks. And then on the bottom level, we're going to have 2 more just like that. And over on the left side, we're going to have 2 more. Looks a little bit weird at the moment, but we're going to turn this and this into a window and this tiny little thing into a doorway. So just underneath this plank right here, the one in the center, we're going to have an upside down stair like that with another one facing into it on the other side, and then a jungle trapdoor here and here folded shut against the block. So admittedly, this is only going to work if you're on Java Edition, because on Bedrock you can't crouch through the door there. So if you're on Bedrock, maybe just replace it with full planks, but it's a nice little secondary entranceway if you're on Java and able to do that. But as I said, on Bedrock, if you can't, just replace it with planks. It'll look all the same. And we also have the 2 other windows here. The next step, which is totally optional, you may not want to do this, but it is to add in some texture using some stripped jungle logs. Now, you can kind of do this in any way, but in case you'd like to copy this tutorial exactly, I will show you all of the blocks I'm replacing here. So come to the front of the build first of all, so where we have our doorway, and we're going to replace this block and this block here with a horizontal log just like that. Then we're going to replace these 2 here with vertical logs. Same with this one here just above the stair. and the same with this one here and this one here. So this side looks like this, and essentially it's just to add in a little bit of texture to make it look slightly more interesting without just having jungle planks all the way through. But if you don't like the look of it, feel free to skip this part and just keep the planks as they were. For this side over here, we're going to go ahead and replace this one, and this one with some horizontal logs. I should also say the reason some of them are horizontal and some of them are vertical, essentially I'm placing them to avoid seeing this texture. That's why some of them are changing shape, and it doesn't hurt to add in a little bit of variation. So we got the 3 horizontal, then we're going to change up this one, and these 2 over here for vertical logs, just like that. And for this side, we're changing this one right here for a horizontal log, and then this one, and this one up here for vertical logs. Lastly, for the final side, we're switching up this block, and this block for some horizontal logs, and then simply just 2 more here and down here next to the trapdoor for some vertical logs. With the main body of the house complete, we can go ahead and build the roof. So we're going to grab some spruce stairs to begin with, and we're just going to start on the front of the house, the main entranceway over here, and we're going to have 2 upside down stairs on the top of these 2 blocks like that. And then we're going to go ahead and place one coming outwards on the bottom stair. So we have something like this. Then on top of these 4 upside down stairs, we're just going to have some regular ones facing forward. So we want to make sure they're facing this way, not like this. Looks a little bit weird, I know, but it's going to make sense for when we do the roof. Then for the center, we just want to have an upside down stair here in the middle with 1 more stair on top of it facing forwards. Then once we have all of that, we can copy the same around to the opposite side of the build. With these 2 sides done, we can now come to the longer sides here, and all we're going to do is have an upside down stair facing into each other like that on both of the sides, then a slab, then we're going to have 2 trapdoors like this, so one in front of the slab and another one on top of the trapdoor, just to make a double thick trapdoor essentially. Then we can place a slab on the top trapdoor, so of course crouch whilst you do it and place it down so it's slightly higher, not slightly lower, if that makes sense. And then very quickly we can just do the same around here too. So 2 stairs, 2 slabs, 4 trapdoors, and then another slab in the middle. Then we can fill in the rest of our roof, which is going to be using blocks of bamboo. And very simply, from the back of all 5 of these stairs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we just want to bring these horizontally over until we get to the other side and totally fill in our roof with blocks of bamboo. And of course, if you like, you can strip this to make it a slightly brighter color, but me personally, I really like this next to the brown of the spruce. I think it works really well. So now is where we can go around and add in all of the details, such as doors and windows. So we're going to start on this side here, and the first thing we're going to do is just place in our doorway on the back of this block. So step inside and place down the oak door so it looks like that. Then we'll have our 2 white stained glass panes for our windows. And then up the top here, we're just going to place an oak fence gate in top of this one, open it on up and stick an oak trapdoor on top of it for a little bit of a small shutter over the top. Then just to the side of the doorway, we're going to place a scaffolding with some sort of flower pot or some other decoration you'd like just outside the doorway. For this side over here, of course, we just want to fill in all 8 of these blocks with some white stained glass panes, and then we're going to put 2 shutters either side of the window like that. And in the center here, just underneath this slab, we'll have a chain with a lantern. Very simply, round this side, we want to have the 6 glass panes to fill in this window, and then at the top here, we'll have another chain and another lantern. And of course, this window isn't a full block, as I mentioned, so it'll just have to stay as it is. For the final side, we'll have 2 of the glass panes in each of the windows, then in front of the glass panes, so not on top, just actually in front, so click on the top of the block essentially, we'll have 2 oak trapdoors for even more shutters, and same as we did for the other side, chain underneath the slab with a lantern for some more lighting. And that is the exterior of the house done. We do have this little open spot just above the staircase, which is a bit of wasted space at the moment. So we are going to be building a couple of lounge chairs with some bamboo stairs. So to begin with, we'll have a stair here and here with a slab just in front of it. On this one, we're just going to have some signs on the side of it, just for a little bit of difference between the both of them. I would have put it this side to be honest, but the fences are a bit in the way. Then in the middle, we're going to have a decorated pot, which we're just going to pretend is the base of our umbrella that we're going to build. So we're going to stick a spruce fence in the middle of it, then another one on top of that, and then a spruce trapdoor on top of that one. Then we just want to grab some temporary blocks, and essentially we're just going to cover up all sides of this spruce trapdoor with 8 of the temp blocks. And then we can place some spruce trapdoors underneath all of them facing the same direction. So just make sure none of them are doing that. We want them all going the same way. Get rid of all of the temporary blocks up here, and we're going to replace it with some white carpet and cyan carpet. So 4 white carpet in the corner and 4 cyan carpet on all of the sides. And there we go. A nice little bit of lounging area with an umbrella to gaze out at the ocean. But enough lounging, it's time to head inside and work on the interior. The first thing we're going to do is grab some bamboo stairs, and we're just going to place 5 of them upside down, just like that. Then we can switch over to some bamboo slabs, and we're just going to place 5 of them along the top, just to cover up the roof and give it a bit of a cleaner look. Then we can switch over to our crafting table, which is going to go over here to the left of our doorway with a lantern on top for even more lighting, so it's nice and bright in here. We'll then stick 2 furnaces beside it. Of course, these can be switched out for smokers or blast furnaces if you would like. And then just at the end of the furnaces, we're going to stick a bed of any color, but blue to match the ocean. As for storage, we're just going to dot a couple of chests around. To begin with, we're going to have a double chest just beside the bed, a single chest beside the crafting table. Then above the furnaces on this block, we're going to have an oak trapdoor with a chest on top, acting as a bit of a shelf. And then over on this wall, just beside the taller window here, so making sure you're clicking on the tops of these 2 blocks, not the bottom of these 2, the tops of them, gonna place a double chest on top of there. So if you can't place the chest, you need to lower the trapdoors down. And there we go. That is 6 chests in total, which hopefully should be enough for what is essentially a starter house. So there we go, everybody. That's going to do it for the tutorial. I really hope it's helped you out and that you enjoyed watching. Thank you ever so much for doing that, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.